Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In this video I'm gonna show you how to create this in After Effects. Let's start. Okay guys, welcome back. I will add the vector link and project file link in my description below. You can check it from there. So first let's open this composition and let's select these layers and then press Ctrl X, come to the main composition and press Ctrl V. So first let's select this line and let's go to solo. Okay, and then go to pen tool. Let's make a mask like this. Nice, and then go to FX presets and let's search for stroke and double click to here and let's change the brush size like this. Okay, and change it to reveal original image. Now let's go down solo and let's see it. Okay, nice, and let's move this PNG to our composition as well. Okay, let's change the size like this and let's close it for now. Okay, so first let's select this pin 1 and let's go to solo and let's move the anchor point to here like this, and select this pin 2, go to solo as well and let's move the anchor point to here. Okay, and now let's select this pin 1, press S, make a scale keyframe and let's make the scale to 0 and go to 10 keyframes holding shift and page down. Let's make it 110 and go to 10 keyframe again, let's make it 95 and go to 10 keyframe again, let's make it 100. Select the keyframes, make them easy and let's hold Alt, move to the left a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let's move them to the left a little bit more. Let's see now. Nice, and select this pin 1, let's hold shift and press R, make rotation keyframe and let's change the rotation to +6 and go to here, let's make it -4 and go here, let's make it 2 and go here, let's make it 0. Let's make the keyframes easy as well. Let's see. Nice, and now we can start to make a line animation for our composition. So let's select this line, go to FX controls. Now let's make an end keyframe. Okay, let's go to here and press U to see the keyframes. Let's make the keyframe to here like this and go to here, let's make it 100 and make the keyframes easy. Let's see. Okay, let's move it to right a little bit more. Let's see now. Nice, and then go to here and let's copy these keyframes. Use Ctrl C and go to somewhere there and let's select this pin 2 and let's Ctrl V. Let's see it. Okay, let's select the pin 2 and move to above the line. Let's see now. Nice, and now let's make a new null object like this and let's hold Ctrl and double click to here and let's close this keyframes. Let's select pin 2, line and pin 1 and let's link them to the map and select this map, let's link it to null object and let's select this null object, press P, make position keyframe, go to 10 keyframe, let's move it to the down like this and select keyframes, make them easy and let's go to graph editor, let's change the graph like this. Let's see. Okay, it's really fast, so select this keyframe and let's move it to the right like this. Let's see now. Okay, select keyframes, go to graph editor again and select this one. Let's move it to the left. Let's see. Okay, maybe let's move this keyframe to right a little bit more to make it smooth. Actually, I didn't like it, so let's select keyframes again and go to graph editor. Let's maybe change graph like this so it will be more better and smooth. Let's see now. Okay, this one is more better. And also let's move it to down a little bit more, so we don't see the pin from there. Nice. And now let's go to second sequence. And let's select these layers and press Ctrl X. Go to the main composition and let's press Ctrl V. And let's select this arrow, let's move it down a little bit. And let's link it to null object. And now let's create a new null object and select all these layers. And let's link it to this null object and select this null object. Let's press P, make position keyframe and go to here somewhere and let's move them to the up. Select keyframes, make them easy. Go to graph vector. Let's make it like this. Let's see. Also let's change the scale a little bit. Move to the up. Okay, and let's close it. Now we can start to give animation to this scene. Let's select all these layers except the select and button. Right mouse here and let's press to pre-compose. Let's rename it 2. Now let's go to here. Let's select these layers and move them to the down so we can see them. Let's see here. Okay, nice. Maybe let's move a little bit to up. Okay, this one is good. And let's click here. And let's select the region of interest. And go to composition and click to come to region of interest. Nice. And now we can start to make animations for it. Let's go to type tool and let's write a text. Let's write the car name. Go to selection tool and let's move it to here. Let's double click to here to move the anchor point to the center. And let's delete this text. Let's change the size a little bit. Okay, this is good. And let's keep these settings. Also let's write the price. So let's go to type tool again and let's write it $35. Let's add plus. Let's change the scale a little bit. Okay, and go to selection tool and let's move it to here. Let's move the anchor point to the center. And let's delete this price. Now select this body and press P, make position keyframe. Go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to the down. Like this. And go 10 keyframe again. Let's copy the first keyframe and Ctrl V. Let's make the keyframes easy. Okay, let's move the keyframes to the left a little bit and hold Alt, let's click to here and click here, go to property and click to loop out. Let's see. Nice, let's see here. Okay, let's move this composition to the up and select this composition and link it to null object 2. Let's see. Okay, and let's rename this pre-compose to taxi1. And now let's select the second composition from there and let's duplicate it with Ctrl D and let's open it and then go to FX presets and let's search for hue saturation and let's use it on taxi body and change the channel control to yellows and let's change the color from there. Click to colorize. Okay, let's make it green and then go to the main composition and let's move it to here. Let's go there. Move to the up like this and link it to null object. And go to this composition. Let's remove this star 4 and let's duplicate this star 5 and let's move it to the left to here And also let's change the price. Press Ctrl T and let's change it to 45. And let's change the car name. Let's make it CTX, a random one, like this. And also let's remove this. And let's delete it. Nice. And now let's go to second composition and let's create a new null object. Let's hold Ctrl, double click to here and let's move it to here somewhere. And let's select all these layers. Let's right mouse and click to pre-compose. And let's rename it to 1. And let's link it to null object 3. And select these layers. Let's pre-compose them again. And let's rename it to 11. Now let's press Ctrl X and let's go to this composition, press Ctrl V. Let's select this 11 and press P. Let's move it to the right. And select this 11, let's link it to null object 3. And let's see the timing to here. Okay, it's good. Go to this composition, let's select null object, press P, make position keyframe, go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to here. Select keyframes, make them easy, and go to graph editor. Let's make the graph like this. Let's see here. Maybe let's move these keyframes to the right a little bit more. Let's see now. It's kind of fast, so let's set this keyframe and move to the right. Let's see. Okay, now let's close these layers. Okay, and let's go to here. Let's remove these layers and go to second composition. Select these layers, press Ctrl C and come to the here and press Ctrl V. Let's move them to here. And let's change the background to white. Okay. And then click to here again, let's select the region of interest. And go to composition, click to crop comp to region of interest. Now let's delete the price and text. And let's change the text and press Ctrl T for that. Let's change it to 550. And let's delete this one. Okay. And go to the price. Let's make it $30. Okay, go to selection tool and go to view saturation. Let's select this taxi body and let's use it on this. And go to channel control, let's change it to yellows and click to colorize. Let's change color. Okay, I think this one is good. Now select taxi body again, press P, make position keyframe, go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to the down a little bit like this. And go to 10 keyframe again, let's copy the first keyframe, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Select keyframes, make them easy. And let's move them to the left and hold out, let's click to here to make an loop animation and click here, go to property and click to loop out. Let's see, okay, nice. And also let's select the star for, let's press Ctrl D for duplicate and let's move it to the right. Let's see, it matches here. Okay, and select star 5, let's delete it. Now go back to second composition and go to project. Let's select this composition now, let's move it to here. And let's change the scale a little bit so it matches here. And press P, make position. And let's move it to the right. And let's link it to null object 3. Okay, go to there and make static keyframe for null object and go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to the left. And select the 13th composition, let's move it to the right a little bit more. Now let's move the null object to the left a little bit as well. And select the last keyframe, let's move it to the right. Select keyframes, go to graph editor. Let's zoom a little bit and move the graph like this. Let's see in the main composition. Okay, nice. And now we can use our cursor. Let's close this once. Let's see. Okay, let's move it to the up, to here. And select this cursor. Let's go to here and press P. set timing. Okay, go to 10 keyframe. Let's make position keyframe and go to back page up. Let's move it to here and select keyframes, make them easies. And let's move it to here like this and go to the middle. Let's move it to there like that to make it smooth. And go to first keyframe. Let's move to here and move this keyframe to here. Go to last keyframe. Let's zoom a little bit and select it, and let's move it like this. Let's see. Okay, select keyframes and hold out, move to the right. Let's see. It's a little bit slow, so move to the left. Nice. And select the cursor. Let's hold shift press R. Make rotation keyframe. Go to here. Let's change cursor like this and go to there. Let's make it like this. Select keyframes, make them easy. Let's see. Okay, let's maybe move it to here and select this one. Let's make it like this. Let's see. Okay, it's really fast, so select last keyframes, move to the right. Let's see now. It's still fast. And go to this keyframe. Let's move it like this. And go to the end. Let's select this position keyframe. Now let's change it like this to make it more smooth. Let's see. Okay, go to here, let's move this one to here. And like this. And go to first position keyframe. Let's change this one to here. Let's see again. Nice. And now let's hold shift press S, make a scale keyframe. Let's go to 5 keyframe. Let's change the scale to 33 and go to 5 keyframe again. Let's copy the first keyframe and Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Select keyframes, make them easy. Let's see. Okay. Also go to here. Let's change the rotation like this. And go there. Let's move it like this. Let's see. Okay, select keyframes and hold out, move to the right. Let's see now. Nice. Now select this text and link it to button. Select the button. Go to here. Let's make scale keyframe, press S and make keyframe for it. Go to 5 keyframe. Let's change the scale to 92. Go to 5 keyframe again. And let's make it 100. Select keyframes, make them easy. Let's see. Nice. And let's right mouse here, go to composition settings. Let's change the duration to 15 seconds and click OK. And let's zoom. Okay. Select all layers. Now let's move them to the right. And now let's create null object again. Let's move it to here and let's hold Ctrl double click to here to move the anchor point to the center. And select this null object 2. Let's link it to null object 4. And let's see which buttons we need to add more. Okay. Select the null object 1 as well. Let's link it to null 4. And this cursor as well. Okay, now select this null object 4. And let's make position keyframe. Go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to left and a little bit to the up, like this. Select keyframes, make them easy. Go to graph editor, let's zoom a little bit. Now let's make it like this. And also let's select last keyframe and move it to the right, to here. Let's see. Okay, now let's open the third composition. Let's double click to here and let's select this layers, Ctrl A, and come to the here and press Ctrl V. and move them to the right. And let's select these layers and link them to null object. Let's see. Okay, nice. Now go to here. Okay. Actually, I want to change the scale of these layers. So for that, let's unlink them for now to none. And let's create a new null object again. Let's hold Ctrl double click to here, move to there. And select these layers. Let's link the new null object. And let's change the scale of null object like this. And let's delete it. Select the layers again and let's link them to null object 4. Let's see if there's some problem. Okay, everything is good. Now we can start to make animation for it. So for that, firstly I'm gonna select the card, go to here, let's press P, make position keyframe, go to the up here, I'm gonna move it to the up, select keyframes, make them easy, go to graph editor, let's change the graph like this. Let's see. Okay, let's move this keyframe to the left a little bit more. And select last keyframe, let's move it to the left as well. Select both keyframes, let's move them to the left. Let's see now. Nice. Select the reflection as well and let's link it to card. Let's see. And select this reflection and let's move it to here. Let's see. Maybe let's move this keyframe to the right a little bit. Let's see. Nice, this one is good. Now select the card and let's duplicate it and let's move it to the up. Select the reflection and go to here and click to format the card tool. And select this reflection, press P, make position keyframe, go to the right and go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to the left. Select keyframes, make them easy. Let's see. Okay, maybe select keyframes and hold Alt move to the right to make it more slow. Nice. And now select this box. Let's go to solo and go to the pen tool. Let's make a line like this and there. But make sure it doesn't connect to each other, so let's move it to here somewhere. And go to FX presets and let's search for stroke and let's double click to here. Let's move this line to there somewhere. Okay. And change the brush size like this. Change paint style to reveal original image. Go to unsolo and go somewhere to here. Let's make an end keyframe and make it 0. Go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it 100. Let's press U to see the keyframes and select keyframes, make them easy. And hold Alt, move this keyframe to the right. Let's see. Okay, let's move this keyframe to the right a little bit more. Let's see now. Nice. Now let's duplicate this box. Let's move it to the down. And select the box tool, let's delete it. And select this box, let's press U. And let's move it to the right. Let's see. Or maybe a little bit to the left. Nice. And select this box 3. Let's go to solo and let's do the same for it. Go to the pen tool. Let's draw a line like this. And go to stroke. Change the stroke size and change paint style to reveal original image. Go to unsolo and go somewhere to here. Let's make end keyframe. Let's change it to 0. And go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it 100. Press U to see the keyframes and select keyframes, make them easy. And select last keyframe. Let's move it to the right. Select keyframes and let's move them to the left a little bit. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, and select this box 3 and let's duplicate it and let's move it to the right. To here. Okay. Select the box 4 and let's delete it. Now select the box 6 and let's move it to the right a little bit. Okay, nice. Now let's close them. Okay. And let's press Ctrl T. And let's click to here. Let's write the name Jack Bruce. Okay, and let's select text and let's change the font size. I'm gonna use this one. And go to selection tool. Let's move it to here. And hold Ctrl, double click to here to move the anchor point to the center. Now select this text, go to window and go to animation composer 3, go to starter presets and then transition text layer and go to animate characters and let's use this one. Press in and let's close it and close this text as well. Let's select this text and let's link it to null object 4 and then move it to here. Let's see the timing. Okay, this is good. Let's move it to here somewhere. Okay, and now let's select the name layer and let's go to edit and click to split layer, or you can press Ctrl Shift D. Now let's delete it. Let's see the timing. Okay, and select this text. Let's press Ctrl D and let's move it to the down and press Ctrl T. Let's select this text and let's write the code like this. Okay, now go to selection tool and let's move it to here somewhere. Now let's see the timing as well. Let's move to the right somewhere to here and then go here. Let's select this number layer and go to edit and split it and let's delete it. Let's see. Okay, but let's select this and let's move to the right to make it more slow a little bit. Okay, let's duplicate this text layer again and let's move it to the down and a little bit to the left and press Ctrl T and let's change it 0926. Go to selection tool and move to here somewhere and let's set timing for it as well. Okay, let's move to the right and let's move this one to left because it's short text. Okay, now select the date layer, go to the edit and split it as well and let's delete it. Select text layer last time and let's duplicate it and let's move it to the right for CVV code and go to here. Let's press Ctrl T and let's change the text to 1, 2, 3. Go to selection tool. Okay, and move it to the right a little bit to here. Then select this CVV layer and let's split it and delete it. Now select this pay and let's link it to pay button and let's see it. Okay, go to here, select pay button, press S, make scale keyframe, go to 5 keyframe and let's make it 120, go 5 keyframe again, let's make it 126. Select keyframes, make them easy. Let's see. Okay, and then go to FX presets again. Let's search for CC light sweep and go to the down to here, select this card and let's use this effect to here. Let's go to here somewhere and make center keyframe, go to 10 keyframe and let's move it to the left. Now press U to see the keyframes, select the keyframes, make them easy. Now let's hold out, move to the left this one and move the left keyframes. Nice. Now let's see the full animation. Nice. Okay, lastly, let's go to here, select the pay button, let's go to FX presets and let's search for fill and let's double click to here. But first let's select this color, like the main color, go to here and make color effect and go to 10 keyframe. Let's change the color to green like this and click OK. Now press U to set the keyframes and select keyframes, make them easiest. Let's see. Nice. Maybe let's move this keyframe to the left a little bit and select the last keyframe. Let's move it to the left. Let's see. Nice. Let's see the full animation again. Okay, nice. So guys, thanks for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe channel and leave a comment in my video. See you in the next videos.